Someone, my love, the love of my heart. How go there? What? They give me sleepless nights. You see your big bump on your waist. Your beauty, your nyash, your that kind of bakasira, because of you, we've never seen. Buku. If I not marry you, man, wait because I never swear to make me, I don't marry you. Baby, babe. Let me call you back. My mom is back. Let me call you back. Please, I'll call you back. Mommy. Mommy.
Obi, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with you. I was standing here and I heard you. I'm not happy.
Hey, mommy, mo. Oh, Jake. Make way for my mommy. Hey, Jesus.
I'm not happy with you.
What is that again?
I was standing here and I heard you.
Mama, how you doing? You know I don't like seeing you.
Obi,
Mommy,
listen to me. I heard you making a call to your baby girlfriend. You said you're going to marry her because she has big breasts, she has big
yes.
So I want to ask you, how prepared are you for marriage?
Mommy, you trust your boy. Financially, I'm okay. I've gotten what I need. I need to settle down. You see that should settle down. Mommy, if you see this girl, have it front and back.
Front and back.
Front.
What is front and back?
Mommy, front and back.
How?
Is plenty.
Front and back, plenty.
Mommy, that girl, 9 plus C, shout uku.
Okay, she has big breasts and big nyash. Okay, that is your own criteria to get a good wife.
Mommy,
calm down. My son, I want to tell you something. Are you hearing me?
Yes,
listen
mommy,
and listen very carefully. I'm not too happy with you, but I have to say it as a man. You know, you have to prepare for marriage. There are so many steps. We have the emotional preparation, we have the mental preparation, we have the psychological preparation, we have the social preparation, we have the economic preparation, we have the physical preparation, we have the health preparation. So many preparations for marriage. Then you told me that you have gotten a little money and you want to get married. Yes, I want to tell you something. The main preparation for marriage is spiritual preparation.
which one is spiritual?
Wait, let me tell you something. Do you know that marriage is a spiritual institution? It was ordained by God from the foundation of the earth.
Yes.
Marriage was in place before government and before even any institution.
Yes.
Good. And the originator of marriage is God.
God, yes, God.
If you look at Genesis 2 verse 18, God himself said, it is not good for Adam, for a man, for Obinna to be alone. I, God, will make a beautiful, a charming woman for him that will help him achieve his destiny. Good.
Yes.
Listen, let me tell you something. God was the one that said it is not good for Adam to be alone.
Yes.
God started the journey. God created Eve from Adam and brought Eve to Adam, and Adam was placed.
Yes.
If you look at Proverbs 3:6 and Psalm 37 verse 4, it says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will grant you your heart desires. Are you getting me? Lean not unto your own understanding. In all your way, acknowledge God. So this one you are making a call and saying that the girl is big nyash, big bum bum. I want to let you know, as my son, that big nyash and big bum bum, those things doesn't last. They are good, but they are not the main issue. Marriage goes beyond sex and big nyash and big bum bum. Are you getting me? So I want to let you know something. It's a spiritual organization. Meaning that it is God who started it, and you cannot keep God behind and you go in front to get a wife. See, let me tell you something. If you go to Genesis chapter 24, verse 1 to the end, I want to tell you about Abraham. Abraham told the servants, go to my homeland. Don't take a wife from Canaan. They don't know God. I want a wife that fears God. I want a wife that has the spirit of God, the fear of God in her, that will help my son to achieve the purpose of God for his life. You know, the servants of Abraham went. He went to the homeland of Abraham and stood by the side of the well, where there are so many girls, those with big breasts, big nash, tall, fair, beautiful. They were just passing by. The man, the servant of Abraham, prayed a prayer. Prayer is very important. You can't get a good wife from the Lord without prayers. You have to pray. You have to seek the presence of God. Because God, who knows the heart of man, He is the one to go ahead of you. He created your wife. There's a woman for you, but you don't know the woman because there's so many around you. Are you getting me? So it's only God that knows the heart of man. It's only God that knows the one He has prepared for you that will help you achieve your destiny. You know, a woman you will get married to can make or mar your destiny. A family you are going into can make or mar your future. Are you getting me? So you must be very, very careful and keep God in front. So when the servants went to the homeland of Abraham, he prayed a prayer in verse 12 to 14. Say, "Oh God, my Lord, I am here to get a wife for my master Abraham's son, Isaac. Please, God, help me. There are so many girls going around. I need your direction. I need your leadership. I want you to go before me. You know the heart of man. You know the covenant you have with Abraham. Give me a wife for Isaac." He prayed that prayer. That I need a hardworking woman. Lo and behold, Rebecca was passing. And God answered the prayer of the servant. And Rebecca came across that man and did something marvelous. She, the Bible says, was a very beautiful, a virgin, a very fair lady. And remember that the servant prayed the prayer that let the woman you're going to choose for my master be a woman that will give me water to drink, and also give water to these camels. You know, camel can drink water. This young lady said, "Master, I will give you water and I will go down there and bring water for all these your animals." The servant was so happy. Say, "Father, you have answered my prayer." So with this, I want to let you know, my son, you can't just look at the nyash and the breast. So many men have gotten married to people with nyash and breast, fair and tall. They are crying today. The nyash and the breast will not last long. It will fade away. But the inner content of the girl, if the girl fears the Lord, the girl will be a helper to you, to drive you and help you and push you to your destiny. Okay? Listen, let me tell you something. Remember Jesus Christ, the first miracle He did, it was in a wedding ceremony. He was invited to a wedding ceremony in Cana and Galilee. He was there with his servants. Remember, he was invited. And when he was invited, something happened. The sweet wine got finished. Then they acknowledged his presence and he did something marvelous. So you have to invite Jesus in this journey of looking for a good wife. And you have to acknowledge God in it, and God will do wonders for you. Remember that the wine got finished. The mother of Jesus went to him and said something. At the end of the day, Jesus provided a beautiful and sweet wine that everybody was celebrating. Remember that God created Adam and Eve, and the union was blessed of God, but the devil was not happy. The devil came around to spoil the plan of God for Adam and Eve. Yes, he did something and scatter the love, scatter the relationship between God and Adam and Eve. But God came back to show them mercy. So any good thing you have in mind, the devil is always by the side to scatter it. Are you getting me? The wedding at Canaan, they were doing the wedding, the wine got finished. If not for the intervention of Jesus Christ, that wedding would have been a mess. That wedding would have been a mess from the first day. So imagine if Jesus was not invited and he was not acknowledged to change water into wine. From that day, the marriage was sweet. So if you get into marriage with Jesus, my son, you will enjoy. You will have peace, happiness, joy, and every good things of life. Okay, I want to ask you a question. Who gives children?
God.
Who gives prosperity?
God.
Good health?
God.
Happiness?
God.
Peace?
God.
Open doors?
God.
Breakthrough?
Then
You can't keep him behind. You allow him to go ahead of you. Even if you get a wife from God, a wife that pleases God, there will still be temptation and trials and persecution. But if God is in the boat of your marriage, if both of you call upon the name of the Lord, the sin, the trouble, the challenges will give way because Jesus is involved. Are you getting me? So my son, forget about big nash, it's good. Forget about big breast, it's good. But put God first. Allow God to lead you. And the only way you can get a good wife is by prayers, praying. Pray for God's direction, God's leadership. And also seek counsel as I'm speaking to you, as I'm teaching you now. Visit people that have been married for years, that have good advice, they will give it to you. Are you getting me? And also, you have to be humble. Okay, I want to tell you something. God, the word of God told us that you should love your wife the way Christ loved the church. Is that not so? You should forgive her. Are you getting? You should take care of her. My son, you cannot forgive and love your wife without the help of God. Love is God. You know, love is the nature of God. Are you getting me? It's the divine nature of God. You cannot love anybody on this earth without, first of all, loving God, having feelings for God, and serving God first. He will give you the ability to love your wife. A wife cannot be submissive to you without God. It's difficult to be submissive. It is only God that can give her the power to be submissive to you. Are you getting me? So I want to advise you, my son. Many your youths today prepare for wedding than preparing for marriage. They prepare for wedding, they spend billions for wedding ceremony. Within few months, the wedding is off. The marriage is destroyed. But they should take time and resources to plan for their marriage, because marriage is a lifetime investment till death do us part. Are you getting me? So marriage goes beyond sex. It goes beyond fatness. It is a spiritual entity. It's a spiritual union that only God, that if God is involved in it, be rest assured that every storm, every challenges will disappear. God will surmount them and destroy them with the help of the presence of God in your marriage. So reduce and stop talking about nyash. You know, God can give you a beautiful lady. She may not be too beautiful to your physical test, but when you look inward, you will see the inner beauty that will last forever. Are you getting me? Good. So if God gives you anything, it is the best. The breast may not be too big, but with time the breast can come up. The nyash may not be too big, but with time the nyash can, come out. So you should not focus on nyash and breast. Focus on something beyond that, and also lean not onto your own understanding. In all your ways in getting a wife, acknowledge God, and He will direct your path and grant you the desires of your heart. And you know, when God gives you a good wife, the wife will push you and help you to achieve God's purpose for your life. If not, there are some men who went into marriage because of big nyash and big breast. They are dead today. The big nyash could not save them. The big nyash and big breast could not satisfy them. It's only Jesus can satisfy. Godliness with contentment is great gain. Are you getting me? So I want you to remove your mind from that big nyash, fair and tall, and take your mind to God's leadership in getting a life partner, just like what Abraham did to get a wife for Isaac. And God gave Isaac a virgin. They were not too concerned about big nyash and big breast. Abraham was concerned about a woman that will help Isaac achieve God's purpose for Isaac's life. And God gave Abraham that type of lady, Rebecca. Are you getting me? So I pray for you today, my son, that depend on God. Allow God to first of all work on you. You know, you are a man, you are the head of the family. You should allow God to work on you first, mold you, and make you to be more spiritually responsible. So that when you get a wife, you can train your wife, you can train your children to follow God's way. So you need to prepare first before you now go into marriage. So you can be able to help that lady to be what God has also ordained her to be. So I want to ask you now, my son, are you really prepared for marriage?
Oh, seriously, mommy, you have opened my eye. Knowledge is endless. We learn every day of our life. You have opened my eyes. Seriously, I must confess. I am not, for now, I am not ready. I don't think she's ready, because both of us need to prepare and pray. Seek the face of God.
Good.
Seriously, mommy, I really thank God for giving me you as a mother.
It's my
So many youths are making such mistakes, but thank God. Just like me.
Within 2 months, they will be done.
But today, I'm a changed person. I see that marriage is beyond what we think.
Yes.
Hey! When you want to give my madu, whoever I have, you have somebody behind. That's what I'm talking about you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, mommy, families, I want to urge everyone to seek the face of God before rushing into marriage, because marriage is not what is beyond what we think. Just like as my mom here have opened my eye for me to see what I'm not seeing. Please don't rush into marriage because you see a girl that is big nyash, big girl, a girl you see a man that is wealthy. Please seek the face of God. If it is the will of God for you to go into that marriage, let His will be done, because His will is not the will of man. His will is perfect. Please, I urge everyone to pray and seek the face of God before entering marriage.
Show me where, show me where. I know if you do, I'm on my own. Show me where, show me where. Daddy, show me where, show me where.